Hello students, welcome to Anand Academy of Education. Today in this video we are going to look at the important mathematical topics for engineering entrance exams, be it EAMCET, JEE, Bitsat or other state entrance exams. Students, mathematics is actually the important among three subjects for all engineering entrance exams. This is because maths is very easy and very scoring. And if we have a thorough and good understanding of the list of important topics, list of easy topics, list of complex topics, list of topics that we must do to score good marks in mathematics, and list of topics that could be ignored, and list of topics that consume much time for practice, and list of topics that need a little bit of practice would actually help in making our preparation very easy. So without much further delay, let us move on to look at the list of important topics in mathematics. Students, actually we have various chapters in class 11th and class 12th. But all together, all those chapters would fit among any of these five topics. For example, algebra. We have matrices in our 11th and 12th classes. So matrices would fit in this particular topic, algebra. Likewise, all the chapters in class 11 and class 12 would fit among any of these five topics. So we have five topics. The first one is algebra, and next we have calculus. Calculus is again divided into two subtopics, differential and integral, and then we have trigonometry, coordinate geometry, vectors and 3D geometry. So these are the list of five topics in mathematics that we need to prepare for engineering entrance exams. So now let us look at the list of topics that would fall under the algebra part. So algebra, we have 11 chapters under algebra, and the first chapter is sequence and series. This is a very easy chapter. If we have a basic knowledge on this chapter, then we would be easily doing problems in the exams from this particular chapter. So sequence and series is very easy. Of course, it requires a little bit of practice. A little bit of practice would definitely help us in scoring good marks from this particular chapter. If we are asked any question from this particular chapter, sequence and series, then we will definitely be able to solve that particular problem. And then we have mathematical induction. This is very easy. Theory of equations. This is also very easy. Matrices is also very easy. Determinants is easy. Binomial theorem is also easy. Logarithms is easy. Probability, not probability, sorry. Sets, relations and functions. Sets, relations and functions. This is also a very easy chapter. So all these easy chapters have to be done because these are easy. So if you are asked any question or questions from these easy chapters, we should not miss them, and we should definitely score in all these chapters, in all these easy chapters. And now let us look at the average chapters. Actually, complex numbers, I feel this is an average chapter because it requires much practice. Complex numbers, permutations and combinations, and probability. These three require much practice, but these are also the chapters that we must have to do because we will definitely be asked questions from these three chapters: complex numbers, permutations and probability. So now differential calculus part. So under differential calculus we have some basic mathematical tools. Basic mathematical tools in the sense, actually we need some basic tools for differential calculus. I mean the tools that would help in solving the calculus problems easily. So this is also actually a very easy chapter. Graphical transformations is also very easy. Graphical transformation in the sense, how to represent an equation in graphical form, or different kinds of graphs we have. And actually the applications of graphical transformations would help in various chapters like functions, trigonometry and such chapters. So graphical transformations is also very important, and it is also very easy. Limits and continuity is also a very easy. Differentiation is also easy. Rate measures, tangents and normals is also very easy. Maxima and minima, this is also a very easy chapter. Sorry, logarithms and properties, this doesn't come under calculus. Functions, this is also a very easy chapter. So altogether differential calculus is easy. Differential calculus is easy and is also very scoring. So we should not miss any question from differential calculus to score good marks in the mathematics part. So now we have integral calculus. On integral calculus need practice, much practice. Of course, every chapter requires a bit of practice, but integral calculus part needs a bit of concentrated practice. We have indefinite integration, definite integration. We have different models and methods of integration in indefinite and definite integration, different formulae. So all those different formulae and all the different methods have to be learned. They definitely have to be learned in order to score good marks in indefinite integration and definite integration. So I would rate this chapter as average, and this chapter requires practice. This chapter requires much concentrated practice. And area of bounded regions, this is actually a very easy chapter. If we have basic understanding on this particular chapter areas and differential equations, this is also a very easy chapter. So these two chapters are easy, and if we are asked questions from these particular two chapters, we shouldn't miss them, areas and differential equations. And now we have trigonometry. Trigonometry also requires a little bit of practice because we have different functions, identities, different formulae. So trigonometry also requires a little bit of practice. So I would rate trigonometry as an average chapter, but this is an important chapter. Trigonometry is actually an important part, important, and we will definitely be asked from this particular trigonometry part. And trigonometry is important, and we must definitely practice trigonometry. We should definitely practice. And then we have coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is actually very easy. Coordinate systems like locus also come under these coordinate systems. Straight lines, pair of straight lines. Actually, these three are basic chapters, and if we have basic understanding on these chapters, then we will definitely be able to solve questions from these particular three chapters. And these particular three chapters are very easy. Also circles, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. Actually, circles, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. We call these four chapters as conic sections. And these four chapters fall under this particular conic section. And for suppose if we have learned a concept for circles, then the same concept would also apply for parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. But only the formulae or equations differ. Formulae or equations differ. Other than that, the concept would be the same for circles, parabola, ellipse or hyperbola. So altogether coordinate geometry is very easy, and this is also a very important chapter. And now we have vectors and 3D geometry. Actually, this chapter requires a bit of visualization skills. But don't worry, this is also a very easy chapter if we have a bit of practice. And basic understanding on the concepts of these chapters, this particular topic is also easy. Vectors and 3D geometry. So actually this is also a very important part, and this vectors and 3D geometry is also scoring. So we need to have a bit of practice. On this particular vectors and 3D geometry part. So these are the list of topics and a list of easy topics and list of important topics. So let us have a quick rewind. So altogether we have 5 topics in mathematics for engineering entrance exams: algebra, calculus, differential and integral calculus, trigonometry, coordinate geometry, vectors, and 3D geometry. So under algebra part, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 easy chapters. 9 easy chapters, and so we would rate this algebra part as easy and important. We should not miss this particular algebra part. And then we have complex numbers, permutations and combinations, probability. We need much practice on these chapters. And then we have differential calculus part. This is very easy and very scoring, and this is also very important, differential calculus. And then we have integral calculus, and this chapter needs much practice because this chapter actually involves a different integration models, integration formulae. But the areas and differential equations is very easy. And then we have trigonometry part. This is important, but we need to have a thorough practice on this chapter. And then we have coordinate geometry. This is actually very easy and very important. Then we have vectors and 3D geometry. This is very easy, but we actually need to have a little bit of visualization skills. And this chapter also requires a bit of practice. This topic would also require a bit of practice. So this is it for this lecture, and thank you for listening to this lecture. If you find this video helpful, please like our video, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel. We will see you in the next